Good morning everybody. Well, you join me here at the summer camp here at the church farm in Ardleigh. It is Saturday the 30th of May and it's just gone about 7 a.m. So I've been awake probably for about half an hour or so. It's a lovely sleep, wasn't too cold. The temperature did drop down a little bit last night, so hence to say why the softy jacket went on to sleep in. I had the trousers on as well, but the trousers came off because I was actually starting to get a little bit overheated, but I'd rather be a bit too warm than too cold. You can always take layers off, but if you haven't got the layers to put on in the first place, then it can be a bit of a rough deal. So yeah, it's the Armed Forces Day. The British Legion will be coming down around about 11 or 12 o'clock today. They're holding a raffle, and I think it's going to be a good day. I think there's going to be quite a few day visitors. Last night was all about really sort of just chilling out, talking to people, and just enjoying the evening as it was. And so we haven't had a drop of rain, and none is forecast. So temperature is going to be probably around about 27-28 degrees in the sun at its peak. I think last night it went down to around about, it was still obviously in double figures, I think it went down to about 11-12 degrees last night. It wasn't a particularly cold night, but you could just see on top of the cars that it was just starting to get a little bit sort of condensation, and it was starting to get a bit of damp in the air. So but it's looking like it's going to be a good day. As I say, just looking outside, it's looking like a lovely morning. Last night was a lovely sleep. I'm going to be getting some coffee and some breakfast on the go. Just the sleep system for last night. I used the lighter bag. As I say, normally I do use a Four Seasons bag, either the Arctic or the Highlander, but I thought as soon as it's nice weather, I'm going to use the summer bag. And as I say, it's what's called the Jungle sleeping bag, British Army issue. Still got my self-inflating mat, which is still inflated. And the whole lot just goes in the DPM bivvy bag. Creature Comfort pillow. As I say, that was a gift at Christmas time. It has been used, so nice bit of comfort. As I say, the tent, the Dutch tent, it's got this waterproof base. Not that I have to worry about it this time of year, but it's got the waterproof base, and it's also single skin as well, so ideal for a summer tent. All canvas as well, so yeah, get some good breathability with that. We'll just take the camera across to the side. Boots in the corner, so it's not on everything. So I did have my trousers on just over my sort of combat trousers, but I took these off during the night because it was getting a bit overheated. But it's like wearing a duvet. It's ever so comfy. And I've still got obviously the softy jacket on. Jacket went on last night when it was starting to drop a bit. So I'm going to have a wash, and then I'm going to get some coffee, and I'll see you shortly. Okay, so heating the water up for some breakfast and a wash and a brew. So I'll be having the porridge, and I think a nice cup of tea, and I'll also have the poached egg, some bread that's brought with me. Seize the day, but so it's a beautiful morning so far. There's a few people about now, so it's all looking good. The water's boiling, starting to come to a boil now. Oh, I need a cup of tea. Change of plan. I think I'll have the coffee instead, and I'll use this little percolator that I can't remember where I got it from actually. I think it was either off a car boot sale or from a charity shop. I think it was off a car boot sale, if I remember rightly. I've got some nice coffee. Just put that in the bottom, and Stick some water in it. Oh, smells gorgeous, that does. Right, so just put a bit of water in there, making sure they've got a little pressure, little release valve just on the inside there. Camera probably can't pick it up, but you have to make sure you don't put too much water in. I'll just come over, and then we'll just put some nice bit of coffee in. To the other. It's got a little seal on there as well, so to stop it from coming out. It's basically a percolator, exactly the same as any other percolator, but that can just go on the side. Just got to be a bit careful, obviously, with the handle. The handle I don't think is obviously going to be flame proof, so I'm just going to put it on the side. It should be absolutely fine. So all I've done is I've just put a bit of water in the egg poacher, a little bit of oil just on the inside just to stop. You could use butter, I haven't got any with me, so I'm using oil. And then all I need to do is to crack the egg out into the egg poacher, trying to get any shell in it. There we go. Lid on, and just stick it on the fire, and that should be ready in normally at home it takes around about 3-4 minutes, 5 minutes, depending on how you like your egg, I suppose. When it's done, it's done. Let's see how this is doing. Oh yeah. I haven't even got it in the flames really. It's just on the coals. It's built up the heat. Just parked it next to that, and it's just filling up. So we've got some nice coffee. What I'm doing now is just getting some toast on the go. It's not ideal, but it'll do the job. Just give it a little bit of very slightly done toast. Water's boiling, ready for washing up, and the egg is just starting to set. Okay, so I've finished cooking now, so I've just put the flame back on so everything's burning. I let it go to coal so I can cook on. You don't really want to be cooking on flame. It gets everything cooked a bit on the quick side. You can see there, all nicely cooked up. Toast I've just dry fried in the mess tin, so it's of sorts. A bit of water there, which I use for washing up. It's always a good idea still to keep the gloves on because it is still hot. Well, more for a bit of variety, so we've turned it into a nice poached egg sandwich, toasted bread. That'll do the job. Boiling the water up for the porridge. Just using the instant stuff, so once the water's boiled it will just go into there. No need to add milk or anything like that. Cook to a rolling boil. They're not too hot because I haven't put them on the outside, so they're absolutely fine to move. You got one? Yeah, you can afford it. It's a bit windy, but as far as how cold it got last night, it was alright to sleep in the night time. You just fill it up to the line. Well, that's the tie-do not done, so everything's put away. and now time to have a little bit of fun. So just having a bit of a wander around. Some pretty good nice setups up here, everything from the little tiny tent through to great big sort of teepee type of things. So the sun is absolutely, it's really warm at the moment. So this is a little bit of a walk around. I say this is absolutely fantastic. And the British Legion have just turned up, and they're just setting up over there, and we'll be having a raffle and hopefully raising a bit of money as well for that. So what is it, a solar kettle?
Yeah, that's a, yeah, so you just fill it up with water. It's like a thermos flask, and it reflects the sun with them curved panels there. You've got a thermostat on the end.
Right.
Initially takes a while to warm the water up, but once you get to 30-40 degrees, then it's at boiling point within a few minutes, really, sort of 5-10 minutes.
Name that crop. I think it's potatoes. So it goes all the way down there. Makes my 6 sacks look pretty feeble when you see that.
Serving soldiers, veterans and their families are dependents, so we help them in many different ways. We run care homes, we help bereaved children go on holidays, and we also give individual grants, so all this money will make a real difference, and thank you so much. We're just about to draw the raffle.
As well,
Oh, that's lovely.
Loads of cards on
You do the leather work there as well, didn't you?
I do leatherwork, canes, all sorts. Yeah, fire steels, make the fire steels. Yeah.
Oh, here comes the plug.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll bill him later.
Pretty perfect. Well done.
Fantastic stuff, isn't it?
No, it's not bad at all.
So I had to have it. Whacking great ferro rod, 1/2 inch by 5 inch, and then this bit on here is red deer. Just lasts hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fires. There's his badge there. He also does the leather work as well, and I'm going to get in contact with him obviously after the show and get a little holder ordered. You know, the sort with it'll just slot in like that, and then you've got the little dropper off the waistband. But everybody needs a souvenir, so that's my souvenir from this year's summer camp UKPrepperman 2018. Just come back from the raffle, and thought I'd take a bit of time underneath the basher. It's just coming up to 1 o'clock, so the sun's really high. I've got a little bit of time before the sun comes over, and then I have to move again. But sometimes you can just be outside in the sun for too long, and even with the sun protection and a hat and sunglasses, I don't want to get myself overheated. So I'm getting a bit hungry now, so I'm going to have myself some dinner and chill out for the rest of the afternoon, I think. I'm going to use the gas just to cook up this couscous. I did think about using the fire, and I know I was going to cook everything on the fire, but the reality is full sun, and I don't want to get overheated, so I'm doing it on here. It only takes a couple of seconds to do, and got no other reason to use the fire at the moment, so just being practical at the end of the day. So this is roasted vegetable couscous, so a healthy snack for this afternoon, a bit of a lunch as well, so I'll have that with some fruit and a bit of water, I think. Okay, so I've decided to make some changes to the configuration of the tarp just to give myself a little bit more shade because the sun is still strong and I wanted a little bit more cover, so I've made a few changes as I will show you now. I've still kept it attached to the car at the top, but what I've done is I've raised the, just taken out that first quarter tie out to there on the far side of the car, and I've used a couple of the larger extending poles, one there and one at the back, and it's just given a little bit more height, obviously guide them out, excuse the shadows, and it's just given a little bit more space, a bit more headroom, and I've just taken it down, not all the way down to the bottom, and hopefully that's going to give me still some ventilation coming through. There is a nice breeze, but I just wanted a little bit more shade, so I can still keep everything in the shade down here, obviously the Bergen, the food bag, and the beers, which not bothering with any sort of fridge. Here to get the box that was underneath the water canister, fill it with a load of water, and that keeps the beers cool. The rest of the water is just under there. We've got a 10 litre Vango water carrier, 258 pattern water bottles, so I've got 2 litres of water there, keep those topped up all the time, and say the rest of the equipment is there. So you can just put the chair there. I've got enough headroom, and I've got even more headroom if I go to that side as well, so I think it was worth doing just to give a bit more space, but it's not a bad attempt. I could have really done with doing that yesterday, but I think it was just more the case of get things sorted and go and have a chat with people. But got obviously the wood supply down there, and that new axe. It's actually a cracking bit of kit. I'm going to do a separate video, as I say, about that. But that's the Halter Force trekking axe. As soon as it's Armed Forces Day, the decision was made that we'd be doing the last post at 9:30. So we're all making our way down there.
And I'm with Rupert this afternoon. We're talking about Edc Kit. Here we've got, I'm not sure what that is, but I think this is, blinking out, that's a torch. I've got a sort of a little firelighter here and a tin opener, and this is every survivalist's calorie intake all day breakfast, isn't it?
It is.
Sorry, we're going to be serious now. Yeah, it's been a great pepper meet. What do you reckon? It's been a good weekend.
Fantastic. Sun's been shiny, everyone's been happy.
Yeah.
Just getting about talking to the like-minded people, otherwise lunatics.
Yeah, justifying your lunacy by going, I'm not the only one out there doing all this weird and wonderful.
And it's true that we all wear hats because we've got bad hair, so or no hair.
Got no hair. So if you go to Prepper Meet or one of these sort of events, don't sort of say, I'm looking for a guy with a shaved head and a beard and maybe got camo gear, because it's like, well, take your choice. There's about 250 people of that sort of description. So yeah, it's been a great weekend, and it's been great to sort of tally up with people. When I saw him, I was like, and I thought, oh, blinking hell. And then of course with Sly, but I mean, Sly lives in my back garden, so you know, it's one of those things where it's just part of the family. Yeah, give your hand, mate. But yeah, it's been a banter. There's been some sort of serious talk, hasn't there? I mean, it's been some really interesting stuff where people have got more in common than just the outdoors, and life experiences where some guys have, you know, experienced the same things. And so yeah, it's been a good weekend.
I think you learn as well, can't you?
Yeah, of course.
You know, I mean, there's always somebody who knows something that you don't, and I think that's the great thing about these things. You know, just better than learning out of a book, eh?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Or even you might be doing something and you know it's a good technique to do, then you find coincidentally someone else is doing it, so then you feel justified in doing it because you use your own initiative, which is a lot of the stuff as well, isn't it?
Fantastic.
People use their own initiative.
It's great to meet you anyway, Pete. So
yeah, and yourself,
fantastic. You have a safe one anyway.
And you, and safe journey on the way, and just think of me eating my all-day breakfast as you get hungry, stuck in the traffic.
Fantastic. Take care. There we go, on the way back home, said the goodbyes. Been a fantastic meet as always, great to see people, and looking forward to the next meet. Hopefully I'm going to get a few overnighters done. I just want to get I've just got to wait for this weather just to cool down a little bit, get a bit of rain I think, because if you're walking and then you're setting up, it's tough going. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry it's been a bit choppy, but you know, it's been a fantastic meet, and sometimes we do spend more time talking to people than filming. But thank you for watching. Any comments, suggestions or anything like that, please feel free to leave them. If you want to give me a sub and see more videos, don't forget to click the notifications. And until next time, thank you very much for watching, and bye for now.